How's it, guys? It's Uncle Cedric here, and this is a mixture of the get it off your chest as well as just having a chat with me show that I have. And my guests is definitely varied. I've had political people, I'm gonna put the aircon on a little bit now. I've had political people on, I've had Arlene, and now I've got Lexi. Lexi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Thanks for joining me. I have a craving for calamari. So I will be driving to Outback quickly to go get, because Fish on the Rocks for me has the best calamari rings. I don't really like the strips.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone sells the strips. So yeah, so I think while we drive, we can have a chat.
Yeah.
And you reached out to me.
I did.
You reached out to me and
did.
you said, Cedric, I understand the assignment. And I would like to get something off my chest. Oh, is that it?
This chest is very heavy.
Really? Oh, Yara.
It's been carrying
Is it?
You know, it's been carrying a lot. You know?
Are you talking about that?
Let me put it this way.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are gonna expect that I'm gonna expose and be ugly, because but I'm not.
Is that not the plan? The plan is not
I think it's more like I'm gonna generalize a lot of things that I've experienced.
I don't think you should. I think you should be specific without mentioning names.
Okay, yeah, no name dropping.
But even if you want to mention names, if what you're saying is not a lie,
yeah,
then I've got no issues.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think let's.
Okay, let me start this by saying a lot.
First, say who you are, no?
Oh, okay. I am Lexi Wolter. I'll be known as Lexi Contos soon.
Are you getting married?
No ways. I wish. I'm nowhere near that.
Okay.
But I will be changing my name as soon as my book is published.
Okay. Are you writing a book?
Yes.
Oh, who are you working with on that?
Nobody yet.
Okay, but you have your story.
But I have everything down, sorted, planned.
I know 2 female authors.
Yeah.
I think even 3. If you want to, I can get you in contact with them and they can give you tips on how to go about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
I really want to publish the book on my name that I have gone by through my young ages.
Yes.
Because that's who went through all those things.
Okay.
But yeah, I will be going by Lexi Contos legally when I change my name. Because that's my birth name. It's Alexia Contos is my birth name.
Okay.
So that's what I'll go by once my book is published.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So I think the floor is yours. Let's go.
Yeah. So I am Lexi Wolter. And I'm originally from Observatory, but I've grown up in a lot of places. And I'm now residing in Ocean View.
Okay.
Yes.
That's where my family come from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've met each other a few times now, so I'm not.
Oh, you know that point.
Yeah.
Every time I bring that up, every time it's the Ocean View, I'm like, my family's from okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I used to, on social media, I used to use it as a platform to tell my story. I got a lot of requests to work with people, but what I wanted to start this interview with is a lot on social media is so fake.
Yes.
But this episode of your show is gonna be 100% authentic.
Here we go.
Genuine.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yes. There's nothing sugar-coated, nothing. Yeah. Anyway, I've been on social media for, I think 2021, I started TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, obviously, now you've seen I've not really done much. I'm just, the usual.
I see, yes. I saw.
I think because a lot of people, and this is where I'm going to start speaking out, is when you decide to go on social media and put your life on there, you become vulnerable. And people notice it. But they also do notice your light and what you can put into them.
Yes, and a lot of people are predatory in that way, right?
Exactly.
So they see that you are vulnerable. They see that you have a light in you, and I don't know. I'm gonna go on a limb and say the darkness in them
Yes.
almost want to stand closer to you,
Exactly.
even if it means that they snuff your light out in the process.
Yes. You took the words out of my mouth.
That's amazing. You know where I got that example from this morning? I watched a video of guys that's in jail.
Oh yeah.
And they made a video and they're all just, carrying on and whatever. And you know what came to me? And I was saying like those guys, it's as if they don't see each other. Like they don't want to hurt each other. They're getting along. But they will very quickly notice if somebody from the outside comes in that's innocent.
Oh.
And their first instinct is not to protect that vulnerable person.
Take it back.
Their first instinct is to actually destroy that person. And make that person like them. Like their light is gone.
Exactly.
And when they see your light, it's like they're drawn to it and they want to put it out.
Exactly.
Social media is similar, you're right.
Yeah. And I was putting out the most vulnerable parts of my life because I wanted to reach the right people.
Yeah.
And I was very disheartened, and I've stopped in a way, but I would like to obviously start again because now I've got the backbone and the knowledge and the lessons to start,
Yeah.
I think this is where I start again actually.
Yeah.
But so a lot of people see you and they're not in a good space, but they want to feed off your energy.
They're damaged.
Yeah, they hurt. And that's the thing with me is half of what I've experienced through relationship, friendships, pain, things I've gone through, I take accountability for half of my pain because I knew better.
Yeah.
So for instance, let's say, okay, I'll tell you a real life scenario. A lot of people know about it, but I won't name names obviously. When I started my story, there was a certain individual on TikTok who he's famous on TikTok now because I told him to start creating videos because he has a really good voice,
Okay.
So he wasn't making videos at all, so there wasn't a lot I could take from him. I couldn't tell if he was in a relationship or married or had kids, whatever. So it went from him commenting on my videos every day, you're such an inspiration, I love your light. You know?
Can't name the person.
No, I'd rather not. He did phone me and he asked me not to.
Okay.
And I'll
You're gonna respect that. Okay.
Because in a way, we also, after all the pain and everything,
You don't want to be the person to damage the next person.
Yes.
Okay.
And also through all the pain I've experienced from that individual, he's also taken his accountability and apologized. You know what I mean? But I'm putting it out there for people to understand when maybe.
And the person hurt you.
Yes, a lot, and
Okay. So my question is, and I don't want to be an asshole, but my question is, don't you think that you're protecting him? So yes, he's apologized and he's made amends, but for the sake of the authenticity of the story, what do you think? Do you think protecting him now is a good thing to do? Do you think that he'll do that again?
I actually do think he would. I'm sorry, but I've told him myself. I told him the last phone call I had, I said, I want no more contact with you. Don't message me, nothing. And I know you're gonna do it again, but just don't do it the way you did me. If you wanna mess around, tell that person, look here, this is my actual life, but I want my bread buttered on both sides.
Okay. I think what you should do now is tell the story.
Okay.
Tell the story, and then I think from there I'll decide if I want to push for you to
tell the name.
Yeah, because let me tell you, if I know there's a dog in my road that bites children, as an example, I'm doing nobody a favor by not telling them that, listen, be careful with that dog.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're saying that this person will bite again.
Yeah.
Is for me, I don't know. Like me, I was a piece of shit when I was younger. A lot of people that know me from that time will say, yo, Cedric, jy was 'n gemos.
Yeah.
But I'm doing everything in my power to change. So if that people are trying to warn, they don't have to go out and warn anybody about me. I'm not seeking relationships with anybody. So the threat is gone. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But carry on.
So, okay, to make the long story short, I was misled initially. So basically this person knew I was vulnerable, telling my story. He was the one inspiring me to keep going. But he wasn't a creator at all, but he was a Facebook personality.
Okay.
So I went to Facebook and I was like, okay, he's got a child, but he doesn't seem to have a family.
It doesn't seem okay. He's not in a relationship or whatever.
Yeah. So we would speak for like 9 hours a day on video call.
Does this person have a job?
While he's at work.
Wow.
And while I'm at work, and then on his drive home, and if he like takes his daughter for a walk on the beach or something like that, we would be video calling. And like, I got so familiar with his life.
Yes.
And he was so familiar with my life.
And I was married.
Uncle Cedric, come on, can you wait till I get this?
Sorry.
Anyway, I was under the impression that he was separated.
Okay.
At first.
Okay, of course.
And we grew this really strong bond, and that's where I take accountability for my own pain.
Sure.
Because we grew this really strong bond. And then when I found out the truth,
which was what?
it was already late. Like the deeds that happened, the breakups that happened.
Okay.
The bond has been made. The I love yous have been said.
Oh my God.
He sent me my first flowers ever. I'll never forget. But anyway, like everything was so tight.
Yes. But this guy was in playing the game quite well.
Yeah.
And so he was married.
Yes.
And he
turned out to be married.
And he's living with his wife.
I don't think they were living together at the time. I'm not sure. I can't tell you.
Till today.
But now they are. They are now, and they like okay. So basically, anyway, when I found out he was married, that's when I spilled the tea on myself. Should have left.
Okay.
And should have cut ties.
Yes, of course. But I mean, you had feelings at the time.
I had so many. I was Uncle C. I was in love. I was in love. Like I was hard in love, and like I want. My love for a person doesn't die. There's two people that I will never lose love for. And it was, and
he's one of them.
He's one of them.
Yes, sis.
I will never. Shame. It's just, it is what it is. But I've already cut the ties.
I'm thinking,
it's done.
Fuck it, expose him. But
if he gets married, if he gets divorced, and like
and he wants you back
from now,
he can have you back.
Now, he could have me back, but the fear of him doing me like he did his wife would always play in my mind.
But he can have you back though.
Yes.
Lexi, I look at the hard ones on the I'm not here to judge, guys. I'm not here to judge.
Maybe by that time I've actually met someone.
Listen, I can tell you now, I'm a perfect example. A man can change.
Yes.
The temptation never goes away. However, you can choose to not want to, but wow, hearing it out loud is wow.
But Uncle C, it gets so much in like deeper.
Yes. Okay, carry on.
Anyway, you know the whole situation where I was, you know that situation that we were gonna go to court, etc. That big situation.
I know that situation, yeah. And I was actually hoping that you talk about that situation.
I will get there.
Okay.
I think I really thought this might be a part 1, part 2 because you know there's a lot going on.
Listen, I'll keep on recording. We don't have to release it all in one go. It can be like all in one where it was 3 parts.
Okay.
But we can continue recording.
So anyway, keep in mind that is the start of my social media journey.
Yes.
Is that man? Okay.
And he's currently on social media.
He ended up started posting like
regularly
videos because I told him he has such a great voice. If people put 2 and 2 together, that is none of my business. If y'all can do math.
Sure.
If y'all can do math, do math.
He's got a great voice. Is the singing voice or a talking voice?
Singing, both.
My God. Okay.
Like, And he has a great smile. His mouth is just perfect. He can sing, talk, dance. Yeah, everything.
Yes.
So anyway, I told him
Is it Vicky?
he's very good looking. That should
No, man. Don't throw Vicky under the bus like that. I was joking.
I'm joking.
But okay,
I
we're
haven't seen
joking.
Vicky on social media forever. To be honest,
Vicky is quite
I had
active.
to think quite
Who's
like
Vicky?
twice.
Well done. Okay. Carry on.
But yeah, no, it's not Vicky.
Okay.
Vicky, I'm sorry.
Whew, so
But Vicky's not married. He's married.
Vicky's married. Yeah, he's
Is
not
he?
married now. Yeah, he was. I mean.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is the vape shop and stuff.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
So you. Yeah.
That's all. But that was also like
Way back.
many. Yeah.
Yeah, many moons ago.
Yeah. Like it's.
Time flies on social media. I've been on
Exactly.
social media for 4 years already.
And you came and did the Nando's thing with us and whatever.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this specific person has trekked with me
Okay.
everywhere. Like he's
Wow.
known everything.
Okay.
So anyway, we will be off contact. We will have no contact. We will agree. It's done. Whatever. But I think he always looks out for me.
Okay.
Because now, remember when I started working with a creator of some sort?
Mm-hmm. Already established creator.
Yeah.
Okay.
That creator that we all familiar with.
Yes, I know you're talking
Yes.
about.
And then a really, really bad thing happened to me in, I would say, the company of that creator when I feel I should have been protected
Okay.
by that creator.
Can you expand on that?
Basically, if you followed me on social media, you would have known that I worked with a group, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
or a couple, family. Maybe it's better to say a family.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not really a family.
I would say a couple.
I would say, yeah,
A
something.
couple, but they are family.
But there's also extended people
Yeah.
who work with them.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have worked with them and also gone through similar situations.
You want to name names?
I won't name names, but there is a lady on social media that said I should tell my story. And her name is Weiwei.
I agree with you. I also
Yes.
feel that you need to tell a story. I won't force.
You know Weiwei?
I know Weiwei.
Weiwei.
I know Weiwei. So
She's a Weiwei?
So yeah, people can draw their assumptions from
Yes.
there, right? Who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to expose anybody,
No.
cause sensation. I'm literally here
Yeah.
to allow you to tell your story.
Exactly. Because
Get
this
it off your
is- yeah.
chest. So can you elaborate on what happened with that creator/family?
So I was misled into thinking I was working for money. Because why? I didn't have a job and I have kids.
So how were you approached by this creator?
I was approached to make videos.
Well,
etc.
did he approach
He
you?
approached me.
Okay, so take me through that.
Okay.
You busy creating content.
Yeah.
You even spoke to me. You
yeah.
said you wanna, get out there.
Yeah, I thought he was I really thought he was a clever guy. Like, I admired him. I thought he's so versatile. He does all these different things, and he does a lot,
Yeah.
basically. And I was like, okay, that's a good step in the right direction. I actually would love making those videos where you prank people
Yes.
or have a hug me sign, etc. I would actually love to do that. If I could do it, I would do it. Like,
Sure.
I would. Anyway, and that was what I thought I would go. But every time I would give up a whole day to go, and this is away from my children, to go spend time there to make content. It wouldn't be us making content. It would be like, I'm helping you with your house stuff, or like we like having a braai, or like a party.
So you thinking in
And
your mind
I was
you're
like,
gonna be making content
Yes.
and making money and working. Meanwhile,
and
it's social stuff.
Exactly. And I was like thinking, okay, maybe this is his way of making us get to know each other as a team, etc. And then I realized, okay, but there's like no money,
And there's no
talks,
structure.
there's
Yeah.
no there's nothing happening,
Yeah.
Anyway,
And bear in mind at the time you lived in Ocean View.
And
They
this
would
was
come
like,
pick you up.
or I would get Ubered.
So they would Uber you
Yeah.
from Ocean View to like wherever Pero.
Yeah, but it was also promised to me like money
Yeah,
that
of
I
course.
never received. But
You never received a
I
cent.
no, like, okay, cool, they would host the bride, whatever, host me or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I've never received cash or, you know,
Yeah.
anything.
Compensation.
Yeah, compensation for any time that I was, or ideas I was also sharing.
Wow. Okay.
So, the last straw was when, and I won't expose the personal family life because that's got nothing to do with me.
Sure.
And in that moment, I was also genuinely trying to help. But anyway, the last straw with me was when we went to a party, and I think it was living room or basement, something like that. Whatever. And everyone's drinking clearly, and obviously I'm not gonna go for the person that's married or in a relationship or couple. And
So the person that invited you wanted to take it further.
yes.
Okay.
And also another thing that was always weird for me was that the person and their partner would ask me to play a character that I always thought would ruin my reputation. So that was being like the side chick.
The side chick, yeah. So obviously when you chose not to name names, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. But I can also tell you that person's content is always relating to something sexual.
Yeah.
Some side chick.
But at the time, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
If you remember, it was like the jokes
And the pranks. Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But now, it's always like something,
Yeah.
I don't really follow now because I've blocked everywhere.
Same.
But yeah, like, so this specific day, and obviously we would all play like together. Like, there was a post I made of like, it was like a video of us like doing, like, it was just like almost like he's my best friend type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people obviously took their own opinions,
Yeah.
and then made it seem like I'm really some sort of a, but
yeah.
no, like,
Slut.
in no way, yeah. And
Because people believe everything they see
on social media.
There's people that walked up to myself and my wife the other day, and they told my wife, you need to leave this man's not working. Because of that, really.
Like, does your wife know less than they do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm telling you, the person was serious, and I thought, like, yes, you would assume that everybody thinks it's a character, it's a joke, but there are people that will believe everything they see on social media.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, so anyway, it was so weird, and I'll say this is a trigger warning. When I had established at this party place that I had an interest in this man. A
different man.
Yes, he was single, he was in the team.
He was part of the crew.
Yeah. And as far as I knew, he was single, and we always had like a little vibe, you know what I mean? Anyway, so he had his apartment type of thing, you know, and there was a house. So the
content creator had the house that they were living in, and he had a separate apartment. Okay.
So.
And what's the type of things that would happen at the apartment? Because obviously.
I was under the impression it was a content house type of thing.
Okay.
Like a content creation place.
Okay.
Anyway, we all went back there, and I wasn't drunk. I was tipsy. So I knew what was happening around me.
Yeah.
Anyway, half the people left and half the people stayed. And at some point, like I said, the trigger warning now, I was pushed into a room.
Okay.
And the door was locked from the other side.
From the outside?
Yes. And it was after I'd declined
the advances.
An advance, yes. So I
from
don't
the main guy, okay.
And I don't know who locked the room.
Because
till this day.
Because it was locked from the outside.
From the other side.
So you were locked in the room with a guy that you liked.
Yes.
Okay. But you couldn't leave.
But yes, I couldn't leave. And bear in mind, he was drunk.
Okay.
Drunk. Oh, so I think. And anyway, that's when I started getting uncomfortable, because why am I locked in a room?
Of course.
And I'm not drunk. And I'm not feeling this situation anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
and I didn't even insinuate that I wanted to do what is now intended on happening in this room. Because
Okay.
what do you ever lock two people in a
Okay,
room for?
yeah. So there was this unwritten expectation
Yeah.
that something's going to happen.
Exactly. Now,
Okay.
and now obviously I'm also overthinking. I'm like, why was I pushed in this room and
Yes.
why was I locked here?
Of course, and as a female,
Yes.
that's the type of fears that you have.
Exactly.
You know, why is my choice being taken away?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I thought, okay, maybe it's a joke. Maybe I must like relax, whatever. So I was like laughing. Not this man in the room with me getting angry because I'm laughing. Like, what now? I'm suddenly changing my mind.
And all of a sudden, he's not as drunk
Yes.
as what he was before.
And he's very angry. I don't know what I've done.
So,
You know what
so
I
do you
mean?
think there was an expectation from him that maybe you going to, you know what's up, you now in the room with him, something was happening?
I'm sure he had an expectation because
When you started laughing, he wasn't happy.
yes, not at all, because I was like, okay, maybe this is a little joke. They're filming on the outside. Who knows?
Yes, yes.
Because they've locked from the outside. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna overthink the worst now. Let me just think. Okay. I was like, no, man, come get down. Open the door. I wanna go. You know?
Yes. So you were still playing it down like it
Yeah.
could be a joke.
Yes. And I was like, why is this man getting angry with me? Anyway, I'm calling for someone outside. That person clearly can't hear me. There's music playing. I don't know what's happening.
Mhm.
And now I start overthinking, like, this is actually not a joke, and this isn't a prank, and this isn't a video. Something is about to go down.
Yeah.
I go to the door, and next thing from the back, I'm attacked. Like, fully attacked. Pulled my hair, and I'm thrown onto the bed. Like, and I remember I still have that dress that I was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
It like has a tear from how he pulled me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So things took an ugly turn.
A very ugly turn.
And did you shout for help?
I was shouting, I was pulling on the door, I was hitting the door, and no one could hear me.
Funny.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
And did anything happen?
it got so violent to a point where I thought I must just now
Comply.
comply. So where I wasn't, it didn't go all the way, but he did SA me. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So I was
So it wasn't oh shit, how am I gonna make
Like-
this now sound a little bit
less
better?
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Internet.
So it wasn't the door was opened
Hmm?
early enough for me not to be
Fully.
graped,
Yeah. Damn.
grape juice, but after I'd already been violated. And in a
Wow.
place where I wouldn't, like, why would you do that to
Yeah.
someone?
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Anyway,
I don't think
like-
I'm still gonna.
Yeah, but anyway, it was like, and it was very traumatizing to me because everyone there had known that I've been through something like this before.
Yes. I mean,
Everyone knew
but
I've
you
been through it.
you made it quite public
Yes.
on your social media that you came from abuse.
Yeah.
And okay, so the door opens up.
The door
and
opens up, and the first thing I do is go to the woman in charge, basically.
the wife of the main creator.
Yes.
Because obviously you thinking that you have an ally,
Yeah.
you have a
I was
friend,
like,
you guys are both women,
yeah.
and what do you tell her?
So I told her, like, look here, this has happened. I'm highly unhappy, and that's where everything stops. I was taken to the house
From the
from
flat.
the flat, and
Yeah.
that guy was left at the flat,
Okay.
and I was. But from that moment, everyone was hostile towards me. So everyone was like, almost like,
So you a problem now?
yes, like, what has happened now? It must be her fault,
Yes.
you know. Anyway, I sleep in the kids' room. I'm like, and it's so weird, like,
and you not there, you there with the Uber, so you can't
Yes,
go
I
home
can't
if
just
you want.
leave.
Yeah.
so anyway, and it was late as well, and now I'm in a kids' room. I already am
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable because I've been thrown back to what happened in my childhood.
Yes.
And I'm in a kids' room surrounded by kids' stuff.
Yeah.
And I literally felt so alone and like a child.
And nobody's talking to you.
And no one's talking to me.
They're treating you as if
Yes,
you
I've
are
done
the problem.
something
Yeah, you
wrong.
did something wrong.
And that took me back. It gave me a whole, like, I was again 7 years old.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? And like everyone's ignoring me. I know I'm in trouble when I wake up, you know. Anyway, we wake up in the morning, and there was another girl there that was also creating, and she comes and she's like, oh, he is just like rough like that. He probably thought he was doing the right thing.
Wow.
Like, are you sure?
So she's making excuses for you,
Yes.
and they're gaslighting you.
Yes.
They're making you feel as if maybe you mad.
Yeah.
Maybe you crazy.
Yeah, like
Like
she
you
knows,
misunderstood
yeah.
it, and she knows him.
Yes.
But how does she know him though?
Exactly. That's my question. She says she knows his girlfriend. That's where it comes out. He has a girlfriend in a different province.
Oh my God! So he's not even from Cape Town.
Imagine. And then anyway, so they trying to do this, and now that person, the main creator, is now missing. Not this man. Going to fetch everybody that was at the party. Everyone.
And now they're making you. Now they're embarrassing you even more.
Yes. Now everyone is seated in a room, like almost like children.
Yes.
We're sitting in a room, and cameras, 2 cameras are put up.
Oh my God.
2 cameras.
And how is that not making the situation worse?
Exactly. Now
And
this is to record what happened, to cover them and to cover me. But if it was to cover me, why did I never get that footage? Anyway, I was very uncomfortable with that situation, but I was like, okay, cool, whatever. From start to finish, he asked me in detail what happened.
Who's this now? The main creator?
The main creator. In front of everyone, in front of the whole crew, in front of all the guests that were there. Anyone who was there.
And you have to now explain
and
in
front
detail.
of that person that did it to me.
Oh, that's not right.
In the room.
That's not right.
Yeah. So we all in the room, and I have to now say what happened.
Jeez.
And at the end, he was like to the guy, did this happen? The guy was like, yes, and sorry. Anyway, in that moment, I'm not even washed, I'm not even dressed, I'm nothing. It's just told, pack your stuff. You're not welcome in this team anymore. This is the end. Bye. Just like that, and an Uber comes. And I was crying. Like,
obviously.
I couldn't even breathe, crying.
Wow.
I was like so upset. I was so distraught. And the fact of the matter is, I had to go home and not tell anyone because everyone thought,
yeah,
this man,
and everyone's thinking this guy's so cool.
He's so cool and so great. And I opened my
yeah.
So yeah, like this guy is so cool, so great. But I did end up informing my son's granny, and she was like, well, you have 2 options, you know.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, she suggested exactly what I was fearing.
Yeah.
That if I went public with it, or I went the lawyer's way, etc., any sort of way, his supporters and his whole crew
it's very difficult.
would be like, oh, she's doing this for clout, whatever. And that's the last thing I ever wanted.
Yeah, I think let's get something to eat. We had fish on the rocks. For those of you that might say that they saw Cedric with a female at Fish on the Rocks, where's his wife? I think let's leave that at now. Let's do a second episode maybe in a week's time, and then you can maybe talk about the aftermath of what happened. Yeah. And then also, if there's anything else you want to bring up, then you can. Is like
I'm getting to the inspiring part.
No, definitely, and I want to dedicate a full episode to that. But if you're out here and you've got a story to tell, get hold of me. You can tell your story, and you can maybe inspire, you can maybe help somebody, or if you just want to get something off your chest, inbox me. This episode will be available on Facebook as well as YouTube. And yeah, I think this is going to be one full episode.
Which one?
This one.
This one, yeah.
No, thanks, Lexi. Let's have something to eat, and then I'll take you back to your car.
Yeah.